Disneyland, Disney World, and Universal Studios. What do these three things have in common? They're all great forms of family entertainment. Now, there's one form of family entertainment I would like to point out, and that would be SeaWorld. First, I want to focus on why SeaWorld should be banned. We'll first focus on the treatment of these animals, the economic advantage SeaWorld has, and what captivity does to these animals. Our first point will be the treatment of these animals, but first let's take a look on how they gather these animals at first. According to SeaWorldEntertainment.com, SeaWorld was originally supposed to be an underwater restaurant opening in 1964. Unfortunate for the future, the concept grew larger and we have what we have today. They have 3 or 4 locations around the world, and all 3 or 4 of them are stirring up controversy. These animals at first are cornered. These animals at first are all cornered and taken from their families at a young age. Animals like Telecom the orca was taken at the early age of 2 years old. At the first arrival of coming to SeaWorld, they are most likely used for breeding. Some of these animals are used to perform, but most of them are also used for sperm and then taken to the back where they really never see people again. One main important thing is where they're kept behind the scenes. These animals are kept in small enclosures where they don't really have much wiggle room, and they're paired with incompatible tank mates, where they usually fight and to show their dominance as well as hurting each other. The next thing we'll focus on is SeaWorld's economic advantage. 0.00 oh my gosh. Well, some people think SeaWorld takes animals into rescue and rehabilitation and release them afterwards. That is not truly the case. 0.0006% of their revenue goes into rescue and rehabilitation of these animals. That is less than 1% of their money going to saving these animals, and the rest goes for them to make money. That means more than 99.9% of their money is going to make sure that their customer retention is high so that they can keep on drawing in customers to make more money and push performances of these animals and push the physical endurance these animals have. This is SeaWorld's parking lot compared to their pools. As you can see, yellow is more than 10 times bigger than blue. The blue shows the pools in which they perform and sometimes even stay in overnight and long-term stay. The parking lot, as you can see, is a lot bigger, meaning their focuses on making sure that customers are their highest priority over their animals. Now we will look into what captivity does to these animals. According to animalequality.com, these animals get physically and mentally disturbed, and they also get aggressive with one another. After taken out of their natural habitat, many things can happen. They still have that aggressive instinct and that dominant feature that makes them come off aggressive even though they aren't meant to be aggressive animals. Now that I've finished, I want to review the 3 main reasons why SeaWorld should be banned. First, we looked at the treatment of these animals. Then we looked at the economic advantage SeaWorld has, and we also looked at what captivity does to these animals. Thank you, and I hope that I could persuade you why SeaWorld should be banned.